Hi everyone, this is Mr Neel Raithatha, also known as the Wax Whisperer. Thank you for tuning into my latest video. So the patient who attended with a fully blocked right ear had a very narrow, not only ear canal entrance, but also the remainder of the ear canal from the cartilagous portion near the lateral part of the ear canal near the entrance all the way to the medial aspect near the eardrum. It was very narrow. It was also very bendy and twisty. And the patient had been using cotton bud. And what they managed to do is really compress and impact this wax really deep in the ear. And because the ear is bendy, you have two bends in the ear canal. So this is actually the second bend we're working at. And the patient managed to lodge this beyond the second bend and also near the eardrum, about 0.5 centimetre away. The ear canal is a natural narrowing called the isthmus. So the patient did a good job actually of really impacting this. Externally, on the outer part of the ear canal, they have otitis externa, which is an umbrella term for an infection and or inflammation of the outer part of the ear. And their otitis externa caused inflammation of the entrance of the ear canal. So that's why the entrance is very narrow. So what we're having to do here, I'm having to stretch the ear open and pulling the pinna back. So the pinna is the name given to the cartilagous satellite dish on the external part of the ear. And then insert the endoscope, stretch the ear wide open, which then allows me to insert the instrument that I'm using. So initially I used a bit of suction, but you can see just how large it's quite matted. There's a lot of hairs in there. I then used an ear hook, and I managed to glide the ear hook over the top of the wax, so on the roof of the ear canal. I then rotated the ear hook into the wax. The long L part of the hook is embedded into the wax. But when I brought the hook forwards, it just sliced through the earwax, so it dissected it. When you've got a plug of wax like this as well, you can see here, I'm trying to just squeeze it in, it's very easy to push it further in with an ear hook. This plug is almost like a stone, it's like a boulder, and it's hard to bring it forward, but it's quite easy to push it further in. So we've got to be careful. Whilst I'm trying to remove this, I'm not lodging it further in. So again, I've just used the hook to dissect a part of this plug. You can see all the hairs, all the cilias that are matted on it. And I'm going to go back, I believe, with suction, and I'm just going to bring this forwards again. So we're doing it in stages. Sometimes with earwax removal, it's not all about the money shot. It'd be great if I could just get the hook in and pull it out in one piece, but sometimes you have to manipulate the wax. You have to be one step ahead. And you can see the bend here now, bringing it forwards. The wax is quite rough, because it's quite a hard piece. As I'm bringing it forwards, the patient can feel the surface of the wax, because it's quite abrasive and rough against the ear canal. So I brought this further forwards, which then allows me to insert the ear hook. And I remember, guys, the inner 2/3 of the ear canal is very sensitive. It's a thin layer of skin directly on bone. It can be very uncomfortable for the patient if you put a lot of pressure on the bony part. Hence why I'm using suction to bring this plug forwards onto the cartilagous portion, which is less sensitive than the bony part, and I can then safely insert the hook behind the wax or into the plug of wax. You can see it just at the roof, and then I just rotate the hook so the pointed bit embeds into the plug of wax. And because the entrance is inflamed, if you remember at the beginning of the procedure, it does get trapped at the entrance, and I have to go back in again and just really force this out. I think this is the main plug now. I'm just inserting it at the roof of the ear canal, getting in behind the plug, and then really I had to put a lot of force. I remember when I was doing this, because the entrance is quite inflamed and narrow, there's a lot of resistance. The ear wanted to almost trap this wax in, it didn't want to let go of it, but I succeeded in the end. You can see the dead skin around the back there, so that's attached to the earwax. It's enveloped itself, so I managed to remove that too. Bit of dead skin at the entrance, but lovely healthy eardrum. You can see how narrow and bendy this ear is, so the entrance is almost virtually shut. I'm having to stretch the entrance, and once we're in the ear, you will see the prominent second bend. So to the right, the canal here curls to the right, and you can only see half the eardrum initially. So I have to insert the endoscope slightly further in, and now I can see the full eardrum. I hope you enjoyed that video, guys, and you're keeping well and safe. Stay tuned, and whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, and I shall upload some more videos in due course. Take care, bye.